If you are watching this video, then that's because you want to find out about the fantastic TES show in London's Business Centre, which I went to today. I'm absolutely exhausted. I walked around for hours and spoke to so many people, but most importantly, we got so much fantastic information about brand new technologies that are going to be helping students and families, particularly for those autistic family members or pupils. So I've got so many exciting things to show you in this video. Please do remember to like and subscribe. We do what we do because we want to help the autistic community, and we can only do that by you guys supporting us and sharing, liking, subscribing our videos. Here we go. Let's get to the test show 2024. Hello and welcome to another Awesome Archie Send Support video, and as you can see we are here at the gorgeous London Business Design Centre, where we're going to be looking at the exhibitors at the TES Send Show 2024. So why don't you come with us, see what we've got in store, and let's see what amazing contacts we can make for the send industry. Come on. So we are now at the stand, the Smart Box
Assistive Technology.
Thank you very much. And I'm here with Jay, and he's going to tell you all about the technology that might support the children within your class. Take it away, Jay.
So we make grid software with widget or PCS symbols, and it's designed for symbol users or text users to get the most out of their communication. So you might start with, if I take this off my head and spin this round, you might start with just an aided language board, these core boards, so it might be an activity like bubbles, and I could go
bubbles
and play that activity and learn that when I press bubbles, mum blows bubbles or the teacher blows bubbles, and then we can move quickly into bubbles and then expand that vocabulary.
So the more cells on the board, the more detailed the request.
Yeah, and the more language we can give them. So I want to try and give the child as much language, because if I said to you, what do you want to do tonight? And I only offered you cinema or bowling.
Yes.
If you don't like cinema or bowling, how do you tell me
no? Exactly.
And often that turns into another form of communication, which is behaviour.
Yeah.
Whereas even if I can only give you two choices, I want to give you a third choice of something else.
Yes.
So that I can then be like, okay, what is it?
So bowling, cinema,
something else. Okay, well, let's change those two and it might be something different, so that you're not suddenly going, well, I don't want to do those. What do I do? And then the idea is that we'd move through into something more deep. So they're like Supercore 50.
Yeah.
So in here, there's 3,500 words before you've added anything yourself. So I can start to build up sentences. It's got smart grammar. So as soon as I choose I get am.
Oh, wow.
And then I get my word endings will change.
going.
So you're actually encouraging them to blend words, you're actually encouraging them to use full sentence structure.
Yeah.
Which
Absolutely.
is very, very cool.
And then you can go in, and if I go to people and family, I've then got me, and I can have photos of real people. I can go in and quickly edit. So if I go to my drinks page, I can go and add a can of Vimto or a can of Fanta, the things that is relevant for that individual. The other thing from a school perspective is we've just launched Grid for Schools.
Okay.
So having lots and lots of templates. So in here, like a student dashboard, visual timetables, sort of self-regulation or my feelings, so how I'm feeling.
Rather than a child then, because a lot of the children that I work with and support, we'll have our desk and around us we'll have all of these visuals.
Yeah.
So are you saying that I could remove those visuals and have one piece of tech that's got all that?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can have that on here.
So it cuts down on resource making. Time.
So you can have it all built into here.
So I'm here in the Pans Panda UK section, and what's your name?
My name is Tina Key.
Tina, tell us a little about what you do, Tina.
So I'm the educational lead for the charity Pans Pandas UK. So we provide professional resources, training and support for families, and we're working really hard to raise awareness of Pans and Pandas across all education and allied professionals.
Fantastic. So we would certainly recommend, if you're one of our schools and you're watching this video, please don't hesitate. Get in touch with Pans Pandas UK and they'll be able to help you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So I'm here calming down in a lovely regulating space. I love it. The floor, I wish you could feel how lovely the floor is. So I'm with Amanda, and Amanda's going to tell you a little bit about what she does and why these sort of pieces of equipment are so handy for the children in the autistic community. Take it away.
Yes, so we make, it's called a safe space, multi-purpose space.
Okay.
And it's designed to have a soft floor, soft flexing walls and a soft flexing ceiling. And it's designed to really give someone a retreat in a busy school environment. They can come, spend some time out, get proprioceptive feedback from the walls of the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sides can be dropped down, but there's vision panels and they're designed so that although someone can retreat, they are not excluded.
No, so
and that's the main thing.
They're still in the room, but not in the room. And that is something I think, because a lot of mainstream schools still struggle with that.
Yeah.
The second that you talk about taking someone away from a situation, they panic that that means they're not being inclusive.
Yeah.
And we know that that's not true.
Yeah.
But this is such an ideal thing, isn't it? And I don't know, Ian, can you see the visuals on the back here?
Oh, yeah.
So Ian and I have got 4 gorgeous children, 2 of them autistic, the middle 2.
Yeah.
One of our boys would be in here forever.
Yeah.
So, and obviously because it's soft and padded, if you have got a child that's very, very dysregulated,
absolutely,
they're safe to regulate without harming themselves.
One of the things to think about is that someone can be in here, someone that wouldn't ordinarily be allowed to be on their own because they couldn't be kept safe. So if someone has self-injurious behaviours, for instance, rather than holding, they can be in here, they can be on their own. It must be used as the least restrictive practice. So the idea is someone can be on their own, doing their thing, they're not going to hurt themselves.
Yes.
The person can observe them, check on them, and it's about enabling someone to actually carry out these behaviours sometimes.
Yeah, because they're needed, they're necessary. Absolutely,
in the least restrictive way. And they're used in mainstream primary schools, they're used in SEN specific schools across the country to great effect.
Hard, isn't it?
You just sit after you do this, just like, and you're like,
yeah, where does it come from?
I'll leave that, I'll ask you about that tomorrow.
And that's it. But then also, I don't know if you find the same, later on he'll cuddle me and it's like, you know, he's thinking that was horrible.
My daughter gets this thing in her head, this is how today's going. When I say that, I've just ruined her plans and blur. And then
that couldn't
she'll
be.
sit there and go, actually, you have done a lot for me, and you do all this, and you make, okay, yeah, I should, but it's got, if I push the apology.
Oh no. No, because then you've demanded it and therefore we can't do it. And that took me, well, it's taken me, I met you for the first time, and I'm ashamed to say I hadn't heard of the Syncast last time, but I met you and I thought I'm going to Google that. Oh my God, I'm now a stalker because I spend literally, if I'm washing up,
I notice you.
yes, you. And the range of the stuff is so vital for people. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You're doing I mean, you know you're doing a good job, but you're doing it.
I love it.
You're making a proper difference. I'm sorry.
That's the thing I learned. Like, every time a guest comes on,
yes,
I learn a bit more. And I'm going, yeah, I know all this, I know this. It's really nice chatting. I'm going, I don't know.
Yeah.
When you're the other side, so Dale said to me, first one done. So I've done 4 with you now? Yeah, well, 3 and 3, yeah, the second one. And the first time I went on, like, prepared notes, all things, like, won't need that.
No.
Like, and I started looking at it, and then he just asked this totally other random question. Great question. And I was like, oh yeah, just didn't look at it. No, didn't look at it at all.
My brain works is really weird. And
I
you
think
explain something
it's
to me,
wonderful.
and I'm going, right, so you explain that to me and I've got it. But my way of checking I've got it is to ask it back in a different way. In a different context.
To test
so this,
it.
and you go, no, and I'm going, okay, I haven't got it.
Yeah. But we also do online silliness, online support for mums, because in this, I think this is why I like you so much. I got tired as a mum and as a professional being told one thing as a mum and one thing as a professional. So from a Senko point of view, I would hear this, but from a mum, I was thinking, I know that Senko can't provide that because the funding's not in place. So that is where I used to get the use and do the questioning and say, well, so in the end, that's why we do what we do, because I deliver the same information left and right.
That way, when you do the same information to the parent, you do the same information to the teacher, you go, right, chat about it.
Yeah, that's it.
Walk away.
See what we can do to work together.
And oh yeah, he said this. Yeah, we've had like the masking, or it doesn't do that to school.
Yeah.
When you start using those things, well, that's it. Oh, that's what you. Because the teachers use one language, the parents use different, and they just don't understand it.
I did exactly that with masking with the head the other day. I was in her office in my role. Mm-hmm. So I went in and she said, can I just run this past you, please? So she's read this email to me, but she's read it to me like she's reading a consultation on a place.
Yes.
So I'm questioning, and I'm probing, and I'm teasing, doing my job, and said a few things, and then she's turned it and been like, all the things that you've noticed, but her mother hasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I just put a different hat on, so lean forwards.
But that's so hard to do that.
It wasn't a child coming into her school. And it was that flip about, this is my daughter. Yeah. I didn't notice. How could I not have noticed?
Yeah.
My mum taught with, Sybil Elgart? Sybil Elgart. She got an MBE. She's one of the first autistic schools she opened. There's now a school called Sybil Elgart School. So I've never heard of it. My mum taught with her. Okay. My mum got the job because she'd actually met an autistic person. Most other people interviewing hadn't met an autistic person.
Wow.
That's how long ago it was. Yeah. So my mum taught there and taught autism. Yeah. Never spotted her autism. Her husband's, her dad's, mine, my sister's, because they're just looking at school. They're literally just going, it's like home life, and never just turning that view.
No.
And going, oh, hang on. Yeah. That's exactly what she said to me. So I then started talking about signs, and she goes, now I'm reflecting. There's hundreds, thousands of signs. Like my 5th birthday, went to build a bear. But when they pressed the thing, like big noise and whatnot. Yeah, daughter freaked out as a 5-year-old. Yeah. And the person at Build-A-Bear said, I'm so sorry, I didn't realise your child was autistic. Yeah. I'll get some ear defenders. And she's like, she's not autistic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have to say, I've been there a couple of times.
She was beating herself up. I'm like, no. It's not going to get you anywhere. And then she started talking about the structures that she's put in and the routine, all that kind of stuff. And, I was like, you've done good things there.
Sometimes it takes that moment, doesn't it,
now,
for that
now it's
hit.
not enough.
Right.
Hormones and everything, going crazy and what. That's another one of the guests. It's not going to get you through.
Victoria Bagnall.
Oh yes, good, lovely.
Stand here.
Talk to her as well. So this is Victoria Bagnall. She's going to tell us a little bit about what she does. Take it away.
Wonderful. It's lovely to be here. So we work with executive functioning, and executive functions are the brain processes that we find in our prefrontal cortex of our brain, this gold bit up here, which is a bit behind our forehead, and it's the bit of our brain that helps us to get things done. And when we're neurodivergent, sometimes that part of the brain, for whatever reason, hasn't developed the way it might do in other people. And that can be because of our genes, and also because of things that might have happened to us in the past, like trauma as well can impact it as well. That doesn't mean that we're disordered or bad or not good enough. It just means that it's different. And actually we know that people who have differences in their prefrontal cortex can think outside the box, and that's what makes them such great pioneers and entrepreneurs and all sorts of wonderful creative things. So it's a good thing. But in order to be good in our education system, you've got to have strong executive functions. So we spend a lot of time educating people about executive functions, that it's not naughtiness if we struggle with our time management, with our organisation, with our emotional regulation. Actually, it's just a difference in the way that our brain is put together. And if we can be supportive and compassionate towards students, and that really helps them, which is really important. So we do that work through coaching. So we do one-to-one coaching, so parents can access that and schools can access that for students who want to have that support. We also train schools as well. That really helps. So we do inset days, we'll come in and do twilight sessions. We have a lot of schools that send people on the coach training course as well, so that they can have coaches within their school setting, which is brilliant, so they can do that one-to-one support. But the thing that we're really wanting now is to create those really inclusive schools, is to have every single teacher in every single classroom trained in this approach.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Amazing. Lovely to meet you.
I will, as always, put all the details either down below, to the side or up above, depending on where you're watching this. Amazing. Thank you. Can I take some bits so I can...
Their integration and interaction is fantastic for staff. And if you think about the tools for the microphone on that demo, but I want to give you some examples.
So I'm with Aaron Smith, and he's going to talk to you about the incredible work he does here. Take it away.
Thank you. I'm Aaron Smith. So I'm a severely dyslexic adult that has spent the last 20 years working in the field of dyslexia and neurodiversity. And I'm a bit of an entrepreneur, a person that goes, you know what, get a bit bored, so I do things. So I created Send Group, which is a CPD company for teachers. We do also have a parent website called Parenting Dyslexia, based on Facebook and on the internet there. And I basically went, well, let's do a bit more. So we have products like our Trugs product, which is our literacy resource, our phonics, that's our phonics resource. We also have our maths product, which is Flex Tables. And then, as you can see here, I decided to buy a book company and publishing company. So Send Books is also our company.
Oh, I love that. So you're all together.
All together, one thing. So we've got literacy, numeracy, all about autism, all about neurodiversity. But on top of that, because I love supporting so many people, I've done it for so long, I'm also the founder of the Dyslexia Show, which has now just been renamed to the Neurodiversity Show, which takes place on the 9th and 10th of May at the NEC in Birmingham.
Oh, amazing. It might be handy for me to say now then that I am an author myself with my son.
Oh, I want to say about that.
So Archie and I we've written 5 books. Our latest book is being used by the NHS in Dorset to support children who are going to have surgery.
Oh, that's amazing.
Specifically neurodivergent children, but any child can read it.
Yeah.
So I'll just have to give you a little email.
You would,
because, you know, they are.
That's fine, that's good.
This is how connections are made.
It is, yes.
Thank you. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Take care.
Thank you. So the fantastic thing about coming to the Test Send show is the fact that you've got absolutely everything here that you're going to need under one roof. There are so many people that exhibit things that, even though I've been in the profession a long time, that I've never heard of, never thought of. Brand new things that are coming out, be it new little inventions to help support new pieces of tech that have just been created. And actually a year between events is such a long time. The difference in what I've seen here this year compared to last year is amazing. So do please, next year, if you're able, do come down to the Test Send show in London's Business Centre. The tickets are free. You just have to pay to actually get here in the first place, and you have to pre-register online. There are many paid-for seminars, some of which are CPD accredited, but there are also many free little seminars that are just really useful. And every single person here, as you can probably see from our interviews, just want to talk about what they do and why they're so passionate about supporting the SEND community.